go lower.
I had zero clue about what to expect going into Story Plus.
What do you think its afterlife will be?
When I first heard about Story Plus, I was kind of confused about what humanities research was.
Normally when we're taught to research in school, they're like, okay, go to Google. Go to Google, but make sure you're using credible sources. Whereas this, we were not online, we were not on a computer. We were actually digging through archival research.
I am interested in the humanities because you get to ask so many questions. How to ask questions about the research that had already been done, how to ask questions about what can be visualized. One of the co-directors of Project Vox, one thing he would say in his classes when someone was like, this may be a dumb question, he would be, there is no such thing.
It is so critical to be open to others' perspectives.
Humanities research focuses more about the qualitative over the quantitative, people's experiences and what they have to say. That is just as important as the numbers behind it.
The work does feel very important in that we're validating all these different stories.
Whenever we found the list of the tenant farmers and I recognized that 3 of them had my last name, it became very personal. When I ask my mom or my dad about what they know about our family history, they don't know too much other than, we've been here for a while. To me, it's in order to know where you're going, you gotta know where you've been. What is really unfortunate is a lot of people believe that, our history started in chains, with slavery, and it's no, we were so much more before that. I'm not only doing this research to find information about people I don't know, it's this could possibly be bloodline. I'm also doing this for my family.
I'm in the Rubenstein Library, researching in the LGBTQ collection, reading the archives and learning from all of these influential activists at the time, just changed my perspective about what it means to be an activist and what it means to just have something important to say. Talking about their ideas and these small ideas became something so much bigger than themselves. Looking back, they've changed so much. I hope that I could be one of those people in the future.
We found this fiddle, which basically looked like a stick with a jar on it, and I remember one of my teammates being like, what is that? We don't want to show that. But I remember thinking it was really interesting. It had this, a British flag on the can, and it was something to do with oil. This little artifact had a lot of information in it. Something can, on the surface, seem like there's not a whole lot behind it, but if you're willing to dedicate time to understanding something, you can learn a lot just from very seemingly mundane or insignificant things. For somebody thinking about applying, I would say send in the application. You have nothing to lose.
For anyone that is considering doing it, I would say definitely do it because it's a new experience, and whenever you're experiencing something new, you're learning new things. You are allowing yourself to be open to more knowledge, especially if it's archival research.
If I have any advice to people who might be interested in joining Story Plus teams, our community really help you to explore your ideas, to generate new ideas, and you do things together.
If you get into your own Story Plus team, you're just open and willing to sort of go outside your comfort zones, and then you end up having a great time with great people.
Definitely my favorite thing about Story Plus is the people. I know people say that about a lot of things, but genuinely, it's the people. Just being around people who have the same values that I do and are interested in the same topics that I do, it feels really good to be there.